The one thing that every trader needs to know how to do, dun 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 dun, is read the charts because there's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of suggestions, a lot of I feel that the stock is going to go this way. And you're also going to hear people say, historically, in the month of now it's June 3rd, it's 11:47 a.m. So as of June, this is what happened in the past. Now, historical data is great. That's going to be one of the other things that we use as a confluence. But in this current market in 2025 and beyond, it's important to know how to read the chart. So what are we doing right now? I am Denisha on a mission, okay? My family, God, all that's first. And then coming on here and sharing how you can learn how to some tips and things about reading the charts. And so what we do is we take our trades in the morning or whatever the setup, the best time for that setup and that fits our schedule. And then we spend some time to just watch price action. Now, sometimes 15 to 10 minutes before 12 o'clock, sometimes some stocks get a boost, right? That boost could be 50 cents. That boost could be $1. That boost could be maybe it was in consolidation and it broke out of consolidation. Now, this does not happen 100% of the time, but it's important to start just studying different time frames of the charts that you are trading. So the time frame, like actually now we're on the day chart. We're on the 30-minute chart and you see it's pulling back. We have on the 4-hour chart. I'm gonna go back to the day chart. So that type of time frame, but also the time frame in which you are trading. And so sometimes around noon it starts to slow down, but again, that's not every day. Sometimes it continues on, right? Up on an upward trajectory or on a downward trajectory. You just have to get in the rhythm of feeling and seeing how the chart is moving. And then you're gonna be like, oh, you better get out that trade. Okay, I see now that we are at 141.80. The next level of resistance is 143.57. So if you start seeing it get to 143.47, lock in some profits, sell a runner, get out of the trade altogether, or have your stops on, your trailing stops on, because maybe you are in a longer view trade and you want to get up to this, next level of 148.13. But before you do that, you're going to break down this candle and see what happened during this candle in that day, because it's each day, we're on the daily, each candle represents a day. And so we right before earnings, this was the poll that it made. It came down, let me zoom in some, and it formed like a flag pattern. And some people trade with patterns, some people don't. I'm very creative, so I see the patterns. Some patterns work, some patterns don't. Okay, so we just got to be mindful of what are some confluences that are showing the direction that we are placing the trade in. And the trade never went against us. The trade did what the trade was going to do. It's about us being on the right side. And if we catch ourselves on the wrong side, I had to learn the hard way. Okay, and I'm still making sure every day to just be aware of it and a good steward of this, because the trade is going to go the way it's going to go, and it's up to us to get to be in that, going that direction, or if we're not, quickly get out of it and then assess if we should get back in and go in that direction if it makes sense. So right now, if we're on the daily and this is what we're playing, not playing, but this is what we're trading off of, then we know this 149.89, this 143.59, we know this level is significant, right? That we got, this almost $2 move. Not even quite $2, but dollars and some change move. That might be okay for you to do, right? So just be mindful of that. But if you come down let's go down from the daily to the 15, and you see now it is sitting on this non-EMA, that right there definitely could be a signal. If it holds this non-EMA, right now it's 11:51 a.m. and we still have 9 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. If it holds here and opens above here, that definitely can signal more upward trend. But again, the non-EMA is very reactive. Sometimes it could fake you out, right? And so we want to make sure that we are mindful, but we do have VWAP that's right here. It could definitely come past the 9, get to VWAP and bounce off of it. But if you were in this trade, we would be, and depending on your strategy, you also got to look at your strategy. When you're listening to me, anybody else, you got to look at your strategy. So I'm speaking from a scalper view right now, right? So if I was in this trade and I was holding it, right, I got my stops on probably about here, but keep in mind, the algo market makers, however you want to identify, knows where you're gonna put your stops at, right? Knows that you're looking at if it fall below this non-EMA, if it doesn't hold VWAP. But still, those are measurements for us to be able to use as retail traders. So 41.28. If it comes to VWAP, now I'm at 40.52, right? What is that? 80 cents? Do you want to lose that 80 cents? Like, what does that 80 cents mean on your contract? So we don't need to just know our out. I could say my out is here at this 21 EMA of 139.96. But really, I just lost over like $1.40-ish. I'm estimating. I'm moving kind of fast. Do I want to lose that on a scalp? Do I want to spend the time letting it come down here? And that's something I had to continue to develop in. If this in that, if this or if that, and not be so biased to one direction. Yes, I just placed, I could say I placed a call, but when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The one saying you hear a lot online is the trend is your friend. So I always add the trend is your friend until it ends. And it's no longer your friend then, right? It's now an enemy, right? It's an enemy against your money because what does the market want? The market wants your money. The market wants my money. It wants the liquidity. It wants to grab it and go and keep going in the direction that it was initially going to go. And there's a lot of manipulation in here too at times. And so nothing to be scared about, nothing to be worried about. It's just us being able to say, I'm going to be a good steward of God gave me this opportunity to learn trading. Like once you really get in here and you really see the magnitude of this, like what? God gave you the opportunity to earn 10% on your money today, 20%, 100%, 200%. God gave you the opportunity to own to do that. And so it's up to us to be a good steward. And the money that we make is not ours. It's our money. That money is for us to continue to build the kingdom. And somebody's on here like blah, 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 blah. This video is going to be waiting for you when you're ready to hear it. But welcome. And then for those who's ready to hear it, we have to be good stewards of it. And so these EMAs are giving us some insight. Again, no strategy, no indicator is telling you what is going on. Like it's going to be 100%. So we have to learn the different personalities of each one. And for me, it's a personality. For you, it might be something else. So I'll have something to share with you sometime soon to help you on your journey with reading the EMAs and certain indicators. But we do know here it was some downward pressure, right? The buyers came in, well, the sellers came all the way down to 136.44 in pre-market. Buyers was like, nope, pushed it back up, and it's been on an upward trajectory. So now it's showed some pullback, but when it do this, it could really just be filling up the gas. What does that mean? It could be really just coming down to snatch some more money, snatch some stops. And so here would be an area. So maybe you put your stop here if you're okay with losing, potentially, what is that? 40, 80 cent, 80 cent, right? You'd have to determine what that means for you. And so if you have multiple contracts, you'd have to be able to say, okay, if I put my plate stop here, this is what I potentially could lose. But by me holding it, because it is holding the non-EMA, so these EMAs are just following price. They are giving you an indication of where the trend is going. And so we do see the 9 is curled up. It's right there holding it. The VWAP is curled some kind of like it's got a slight upward even, like a slight upwardness to it, which can continue to show that it's going to push up. The 21 is ready, like it's up in that diagonal. Also, we got the 50 that's up, the 100 that's up, the 200 that's up. And so we never would want it to come all the way back down here, but just playing around in this area, knowing that price came here at one point, because so this could be an area of liquidity that, they'll come and quickly snatch. but this 9 is showing that 141.12 is a price level that it's right now holding above. And so we will see when NVIDIA actually hold on this 9 EMA, showing that price wants to move up and continue its momentum up, or will price pull back and come down to this VWAP, and then this VWAP, it will hold at this VWAP and snatch liquidity here and then go up to the upside. We shall see. Or if it just comes down further because it's already up. You can also put the RSI, which is just the relative strength index, that's going to share more about kind of the status of if it's overbought or oversold. Sometimes, again, a stock can be overbought for a while. It can be oversold for a while. So again, when you're looking at these indicators, it's important to know the pros and cons of it, and just have that if this then that, or if that this might happen, or this might happen, right? And it's not really might, it's like this is going to happen, right? So if this holds here, it literally could just stay in consolidation, right? We still got 2 more minutes left in this candle. Or it could now, because it held here, come up, or it could come back down. There's a lot of if this next. What we do see, if we stay where we are and we look to the left, we're in consolidation. If we go back and study history, we're in consolidation, right? And then when it got here in consolidation, it pulled back significantly, right? That's 133.13. So we're gonna see if the earnings gains still hold. And let me actually see if those already were. I don't think so. I don't think so. But I'll go back and see shortly. Yeah, no, it wasn't. So we'll see shortly. But yeah, so right now we got 2 more minutes left in the candle. Like, some people will say stay off of the 1 minute. Now, the 1 minute requires a lot of practice because the 1 minute can fake you out, right? So right here, when you seen this drop and you were in it, you might have just got out like, oh, I'm getting out, right? That was what, a 40-cent drop. Now, when you go back to the 15-minute, you notice it's still above the 9, right? So your strategy could be, I'm going to wait until it closes below the 9 to get out. Or I'm going to, you know, as long as it holds, I'm going to hold, right? And I'm going to have my stops in place. Or if you're going to do your stops, it's up to you. But what we do see is that it's forming lower lows. So that already is an indicator on this 1 minute that that the trend could possibly be changing. So it's just things to be mindful of, and being like, am I protecting my capital? Am I looking for a bigger move, and I'm okay if this much of I'm okay to risk this much of my capital? These are things that we must be aware of, because $100 a day can change your life. $200 a day can change your life. $50 a day can change your life. $1,000 a day can change your life, right? But the key is, let's learn the skill, let's get consistent with it. And the more and more you do that and you accept these wins, you're going to be so much better. And then when people are calling plays online, you can easily be like, nope, I'm not taking it, because it's a high chance that they're going to be really fast. Like, for instance, if you see somebody that say like, let's get in on the move early. I'm starting to see, it looks like a hammer candle could be forming. Okay, but it's 12 o'clock. Like, it's 12 o'clock. And there's a chance that it's about to go slow. It's about to just stay here for a while, right? Wait until the next candle opens. Okay, but this is a 1 minute. Let the 15-minute paint a whole picture. Let the 5-minute paint a whole picture. Let the 30-minute, let the 1 hour paint the picture based on your strategy. Okay? And like I said, the 1 minute, you could be flip-flopping. I'd say this often, but if you play ping pong, or if you can visualize ping pong, and the person is taking the paddle, hitting the ball, other person moves to the side, takes the paddle, hit the ball, and the ball just keep going back and forth. Well, guess what? You're the ball. When it's in consolidation, you're the ball. I'm the ball. And it does not feel good, because you just kind of go, okay, it's up, it's down. Especially if you're on the 1 minute. The 1 minute can make you feel like that. But the 1 minute, if I'm on the 15 minute and I want to get in the details and I want to see what's going on with that candle, I'm going to go to that 1 minute. And I'm very, even though I got faked out a lot in the beginning, and anything can happen like that. We don't get cocky, you know what I'm saying? Because you stay focused. But when I was watching this other guy trade, he stayed on the 1 minute. And so I just stayed on the 1 minute. I'm like, I want to get so good at this. I want to get so great at this. And so I've been the last month, it's almost 2 months now. I've been on the 15 minute and allowing myself to stay there in that space, but then go to the 30 to see how the 30 is shaping. Are the candles still, forming this trend, or are they still looking a certain way? And then I go to the 5 minute and even the 1 minute to get even more into the details. But this 15 minute right now is very informing, right? It's still holding over the 9 EMA, right? And so we will see. If anything, you got the pole here, you got the start of this. Well, it's 6 candle in now, but the flag. The volume is low, as you can see down here. We do see some buyers coming in. And so if we zoom on out to the daily, when we had earnings, the pole here, the flag, and then it came here. It was here. And I'm like, okay, so we hit a level of resistance. If earnings goes great, then we could potentially see this next level. How did I find this next level? Came here, 143.48. Well, wait. I'm here first. And I'm saying, okay, here, 137.62, this level of resistance. Then I said, where's the next level of resistance? We got this 138.86, and then we got this potential 140.10 or 23. And 140 is a psychological level, right? It's that round number. And so then I said, then it could come here to this 143.33. Well, guess what? The next day, it actually did come to this 143.45 number in the day, and it pulled back to this other level of resistance, which you can see 142.02. You can kind of see it a little bit. Let me see, 142.02. Well, let's just about right. Well, yeah, about right there. But you can see a little bit under here, and then this level right here, this level right here, right? So it's this right here. So you can see historically where it came back to this came back to this amount. And so what we're seeing now, my analysis, I'm gonna call it, was that okay, this flag pattern here, at some point NVDA is going to basically measuring this pole and seeing where the base is. NVIDIA is going to come back to this 152.76. Okay, I do that. Then what do? I look to the left and see that here. Look. So when is it going to do it? Did it do it earnings? No. Did it do it yesterday? No. Did it do it Friday? No. But it's definitely on track to do that. And then one of my things that I would be looking at, this is not financial advice. This is all for educational purposes. We are actually in the simulated trading platform. I come in here to practice and place trades, and I'm actually going to place a trade today. But if we come here and we see this 141.59, right? If it closes above VWAP and holds, like it doesn't just peak, but it actually holds above it today, that may be an indication for me to do a swing trade, or whenever it does decide, maybe I'll look at it tomorrow if it comes and it actually closes above it. But we shall see, because it also is at this level of resistance, which in the past is sold off, right? Came here and it pushed down. So we could be at an area where it's important to take profit, right? Between this 141 and 143-ish area, to go ahead and take profit, let it pull back, and then let it go. So if this, then that, right? Do I want to just play it from the 141 to the 143-ish level, right? Or place a trade? I don't like saying playing it, but execute here? Or do I want to but if it does close above here, it really would need to close above this 143.82. Not just the VWAP, but 144-ish, so that we are out of it. But see, we can see when we come back here, that level is sold off here, and then it went up, right? So just something to think about, because if it does pull back and comes down here, that's some drawdown that you didn't have to be in, right? So we can wait until we get more confirmation, which also could mean you could miss the move. But what also could mean is that you preserve profits for the next move. This is why I love being in. I consider this a trading garden, and it is full of abundance. So while I'm focused on the video, some other thing is making a move, right? Some other play, right? Some other stock, EFT, REIT, whatever, index, whatever. It's some other somewhere else. There's over 7,000 stocks. Definitely go check that number, but somewhere around there. 5 figures of stocks that you can pick from. And sometimes we get focused on one, we lose money on one. I'm speaking from a place of, I know how it feels, when I could have just been concentrating on the area, on being mindful of not just getting so in the weeds in one chart. And so anyway, we're gonna see how this unfolds. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, so even on the weekly, here, let me go and add. I'm gonna go and add. Let me change the color of this. Oh no, it's on there. Not sure why it's not showing. Yeah, so VWAP is not even showing. So let me, which is a reminder to me, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna clear it out and go all the way. So I'm going to studies, edit studies. I'm gonna type in VWAP, add selected. I'm gonna make sure that I wanna make sure it's yellow. And I'm just doing the middle band. Apply and okay. Yeah, and it didn't come on here. So I'm not sure why VWAP is not. But again, that's even more of a reason to make sure that you're not just following one confluence, because normally it shows up. So we shall see. But what we can see is that the 9 and the 21 cross, which also is a signal of more upward movement. So more than likely it's going to retrace this 153, but we don't know if it's going to pull back at this 143, because that's a $10 move or $12 move-ish. We don't know if it's going to pull back and then make the move, because even here came back, made this move, pull back a little. So we shall see. The stock market is going to do what the stock market is going to do, but you're going to learn. I'm going to learn. We're going to keep developing and reading the charts so we can make an informed decision on the capital that we're deploying at that time, and thinking about the strategy that we're using, because there's so many different strategies, right? And things to look out for, the stops that you use, the amount of time that you're in it, and so forth. So, okay, we've looked at price and we've evaluated some of these EMAs. So, thank you again for taking a break to study how price moves. So, we're going to improve by studying how price moves. A win-win. Not for, don't take the trades. I'm telling you, only for educational purposes only, to help you get better along the journey, because that's really what I wanted to when I was coming. So that's why I am showing up. Again, this is Denisha on a mission. Have the most amazing day, and know that God's got you. God gave you this opportunity. We must be good stewards over it. Yes, people can come in and not have a routine. People can come in and be doing all kind of outside activities and, not great people, and they can make a whole lot of money in here, right? And not, but that's between them and God, right? When it comes down to us, is we're walking with God every day. God has given us insight and given us this opportunity to help further his kingdom. And this is a way that we can, a tool that we can use to get money from the charts, like actually make money from here and invest long term to build generational wealth, and also invest in a way that we can make money now, right? Or money that we want to put aside for a future goal. But this is an opportunity. So we're going to be good stewards of it. And then we're going to get off the charts and we're going to go build whatever it is that God has called us to build. We're going to create those books, create those songs, make those those dinners that help nourish other people and teaching them how to meal prep while they're trading so that their family is nourished and their family don't feel neglected while they're trading. I mean, that's a real thing, okay? And so God literally has been made me in this mode so that I can be doing that and be consistent with that before I even tell somebody else to do that, right? So this is something I'm walking out every day. And all right, have again, blessings, guys. Got you. This is a great opportunity. Now let's not get discouraged. Let's feel the feelings, if you made a stupid move, call it a stupid move. Please don't be calling it stupid. No, that was stupid. I clearly see there's a level of resistance right here. I clearly see it. And so, Danisha, I am going to put my stop on. I'm going to make sure that I get out before. I'm going to just accept profit and get back in because you can always get back in. Nothing is chasing you. No, nothing is running away, right? And we don't want to chase stuff because we're going to attract money. And this is not no woo stuff. God already promised us that abundance. But what happens is we sometimes we sabotage ourselves. And so learn the charts and you're gonna be able to keep printing money, okay, and glorifying God, right? We give all honor to God. All right, talk to you soon. All right, bye. You want to say bye? Oh, my daughter's waving. I love being able to trade with her by my side. All right, she's waving. Bye.